Mr. Transformers 96 here. So in the video, we're going to be talking about a newly shown Hot Toys figure. This time it is Princess Leia, or General Leia, General Organa from Star Wars The Last Jedi. This is quite an exciting figure. This was a nice kind of little surprise. You know, most of the Last Jedi figures are shown at events before they're actually put on pre-order. This one was not, though. This one was a complete surprise. And yeah, I'm very happy to actually see it. Obviously, with Carrie Fisher's unfortunate passing earlier this year, you know, her presence in the movie was just even that much more special. So a figure from her is definitely well wanted and deserved for Star Wars fans. So I am quite interested in a Leia figure. However, I'm not a big fan of this final product. I think that just going right into it, the face sculpt is way off. I mean, it really is. I don't think I've seen anybody say that the face is perfect. It's definitely off, you know, and I find it strange that it's off so much, because usually with older people, it's much easier to do face sculpt because you have a lot more detail work to work with to mask some of the structural things. Because if a face sculpt is off from Hot Toys, 90% of the time it's because of the structure of the face that they don't have quite perfect. But Hot Toys usually just nails the detail of the face. That's why their older Han figure and their new Luke look fantastic, because they're older characters. They're older people, and therefore they have more detail in their face, which is what Hot Toys excels at. So usually that's a crutch that Hot Toys can use. Unfortunately, it didn't seem to help them in this case, though, because this really doesn't look like Carrie Fisher very much. You can obviously see it in her hair and things like that, and the earrings that she's wearing and things like that. But the face sculpt itself doesn't look like Carrie Fisher, unfortunately, which is definitely a big shame. And obviously, with this figure, it's not super exciting as far as what it comes with or anything. So you really need that head sculpt to be solid to be really worth it for anybody, I would say. So it's definitely such a shame that the head sculpt is so off. As far as her costume, though, her costume looks really nice. In some poses, you know, with her arms up, her arms look a bit thin. But overall, I think that the costume is proportioned really nicely, and it's a great costume as well. They picked a good one to go with, so I do like that quite a bit. And Leia's role in The Last Jedi is really quite large. It's larger than I expected it to be. So I do, you know, this is the version of her that I would definitely recommend picking up if you wanted a version of Leia in her older years in this new trilogy. I think this is definitely the best one to get as far as her costume and her look and things like that. As far as what she comes with, she's not very fully loaded. She has a base, which is, you know, nice. It's got that standard design for the new Last Jedi figures. She comes with a blaster, and then she comes with 4 hands, so 2 to hold the blaster, and then 2 relaxed palms. Really, it's bare minimum accessories, and you know, really doesn't have to be, because it's not like, oh well, there's nothing else that you could give her. You could totally give her stuff. You could give her the dice from the Millennium Falcon. You can also give her a cane. She uses the cane not only when she steps out, you know, a slight spoiler, but when she steps back onto the bridge when she's in all white, she's got the cane there, but she holds the cane for just about the rest of the movie. And at the end, you know, when she's holding the cane right before Luke walks in. So the cane is definitely something that you could have given her, and the dice. You know, I think that those are 2 small things, could have easily been included, and, you know, would have just helped sell the figure a bit more, because she's really bare bones as far as accessories are concerned. She comes with 1 small blaster, a base, and then 4 hands. I mean, why not some more variety as far as hands are concerned as well? But yeah, overall, I do not think this is a great effort from Hot Toys. I think that the head sculpt is off, and the head sculpt is the one thing that needs to be perfect on this figure, because on other figures you can mess up the head sculpt a bit, and, you know, the other stuff with the figure and the accessories and things can really mask the lack of the head sculpt. But in this figure, I mean, the head sculpt is the selling point. So to get it wrong is definitely a huge issue. So I would expect this to be like a $225 figure. That would be my guess. I personally am not going to get it. If the head sculpt was perfect, I would consider it. But without the head sculpt being perfect, then it falls off the consideration wheel for me. So I definitely don't plan to get it now at all. But overall, it is nice to see it. I'm glad that they're doing it. Personally, what I would like to see them do from The Last Jedi going forward. Spoilers for the movie, you know, so if you haven't seen it yet, don't watch it. Just watch it first. But anyway, what I would like to see going forward is, originally I wanted Snoke. I don't want Snoke anymore. Snoke is a ridiculous character. I'm actually really happy with what they did with him in the movie. So I don't want a Snoke figure. What I do want is General Hux. who knows if we're ever going to get him. I mean, he plays a big role in these movies, so it would be very cool to get him, but who knows if we're actually going to get him. But then the one that I want the most is Luke in his younger form, the form that he takes when he is projecting himself onto I think the world's called Crate, onto that world when he faces Kylo Ren. That's the one figure from The Last Jedi that I would absolutely kill for. And then as far as the others, I don't know if I'm going to get any. Kylo Ren, the character of Kylo Ren, I absolutely loved in this new movie. I loved him in The Force Awakens, and I loved him even more here. So I'm now considering that Kylo Ren figure, even though I have issues with the head sculpt. But yeah, overall, really hoping that we get a younger or projection version of Luke, whatever you want to call him. And yeah, it is nice that we are getting Leia, though. So there you go. That's my thoughts on this new Hot Toys Leia figure. Well, let me know what you guys think of it, and thanks so much for watching.